So how to find your purpose in 2025. I'm going to be going through the top 5 things that I would be doing if I was you and I want to be finding my purpose. So let's just jump straight into today's video. I guess the first thing to start with is how to know you're not already living your purpose, right? Like, how do you know? And this can look like you're feeling a bit low. We call it low vibe energy. So where you're just feeling frustrated, or you don't feel like you've got much oomph and there's no real direction in your life. Everything just feels a bit naff and a bit meh, and you're not where you really wanted to be. That is where you know you're not living your purpose, and you're not living in alignment with who you are, spiritual alignment. So how do you get there? Let's go through the top 5. So the first thing that you want to do is make a decision to leave 2024 in the past. Make a decision that that's what happened. You know, that's it. It's okay to say that's the old me, or that was the me that was, and that's fine. Make a decision that that's to be cut away, right? Like, leave it there. And 2025 is going to be the year you move into alignment and you follow your purpose, you find your purpose, and you start living a life that you love and is soul-led. So making that decision can be actually really hard and really challenging for people, because it does mean that you might have to come up against a bit of conflict with people. It doesn't mean you need to go around and shout to everybody, I'm going to be living my purpose in 2025, although that's amazing if you do. But it doesn't mean you need to draw attention to yourself like that. You can just make the decision within yourself, vocalize it, write it down, but just make the decision and make that commitment, the commitment to yourself, that you are going to make 2025 the year you follow your purpose, the year you follow your destiny, why you're meant to be here, and you'll make a conscious effort and you're making a conscious decision to make that your priority and make that the thing that you want to be doing this year. The second thing you're going to do is, when you're thinking about setting goals for your year of 2025, is only allow yourself to set goals that spark those high vibe energies, that really get you kind of like glowing, right, and get you smiling, and they just stir something up in you, and it bubbles away, and you start feeling a bit happier, a bit more joyful, a bit more inspired, excited. Do you know, like all those sort of feelings and those energies? And think about goals that actually do that for you. They can also scare you a bit. So this is about getting out of your comfort zone. They're going to shake you up a little bit. It doesn't mean, when I set goals, sometimes I always think, oh my God, I can't do that right now. It's not about doing it right now. It's just about a goal and something that you would like to do in the future. We're just going to bring that future a bit closer than 10 years, right? Like, we're just going to make it next year. So just look at the goals that you want to set and think about, what actually lights me up? Do any of these make me feel really good this year? There will be some goals, I know, that are necessities, they're things that need to happen, but asking yourself, how can I make that happier? How can I bring joy to that? How can I bring fun to that so I can find my purpose? The third thing you're going to do is create a ritual that you can do every single day. I would always recommend doing a morning practice. So I get up at 6 a.m. every morning and do a whole hour of a practice, of my morning practice for me. So it could be different for you, as you know, it's different for everyone, or you can do the similar things. Just get in the habit of doing it, because that will allow you the time to set your own energy, to set your own mood before other things start coming in and other influences start affecting us and start shaping us and start dictating how our day will go. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can be people, it can be pets, it can be traffic, it can be customers at work. Like, there's so many different things that can start chipping in, and they do. That's what happens in our day, isn't it? And things start happening and start chipping away. If we have set a morning routine and we have become very like, this is how I feel, I've done my morning practice and I'm very aligned with what I want and who I am, and my emotion is here, it becomes much harder for people and outside influences to knock us off our path for that day. I hope that makes sense. If you're interested, I do have a free gratitude practice that I would recommend you do every morning, a morning practice. I'll put a link in the description box below. You can go and get it completely for free. If you're going to start anywhere, I would start there. Because that's going to allow you to try some things out, and then see what works for you and what doesn't, and then really set your own morning practice. So yeah, I would definitely start some rituals and get going. Then the fourth thing is leaning in and saying no thank you more. This can look like I said before, no thank you, no thanks, not right now, I'm really busy, is there anyone else that can help you? Or, you know, there's so many ways we can dress it up and look nice and fancy and sound better. Effectively, it's setting a boundary, but just saying no more, instead of allowing people to put their intentions and their agenda and their goals and what they're achieving onto us. You know, we can help, obviously we can help at times, we can help people with certain things, but not at the detriment of our own goals and our own purpose, not so that we're always sacrificing for others. And I'm just going to say this not to affect the men out there, but the women do this very, very well. Women are very good at putting other people before them, and saying yes and taking on too much and doing it to help, to provide, to serve other people, which is great, but learn to say no, because you want to protect your own energy. You want to protect your own goals. You want to protect you know, what it is you're here to achieve, your purpose this year, and allow yourself that time. It's a protection on your time. So look at an area of your life, start with that and think about where you can start saying no. No thank you, no thanks, no that doesn't work for me, that's not something that works for me, but thank you. Do you know, like, that's okay. A warning with this though is, yes, you will get people push back on you. Yes, you will potentially get some negative responses, but do you know what? Just let that go. Just let that go. That's okay. If they want to respond like that, that's okay. This still happens to me when I say no to people and people respond in certain ways, and it's just like, okay, that's fine. You're not in my path. You're not in my alignment. You know, you're not whatever. Okay, that's fine. But I'm still going to say no, because that doesn't feel in alignment with me and what I need and my spiritual journey so far. Okay. So start practicing no thanks and just no, just no. And the final thing that I just want to talk is set an affirmation for the year. I know this is quite like a what? An affirmation for a year. So it can be like a whole sentence of an affirmation, or it could just be a word. What word, if you fast forward a year from now and we're at the end of 2025 and I'm stood in front of you now and I said, what word summed up your year? How did you want that year to go? What word would you use? What is it? Do you want it to be joy? Do you want it to be happy? Do you want to be in love? Is it love that you really want this year? Is it to be on your spiritual journey this year? Is it your purpose? This is your purpose year. Is it your passion? You know, just choose a word. It doesn't matter. Like, don't get hung up on that it's not the right word or the correct word, or none of that matters. Just choose a word or an affirmation, a sentence. So it could be something like you're feeling, this is your purpose. I am living my purpose. I am living a soul-led life. I am living a joy-filled life. You know, whatever it might be, just set one thing. And put that everywhere, pin it everywhere, put it in your bathroom. The bathroom is always a good one for me. Put it in your bathroom, put it on the dashboard of your car or in the sun visor. Always a great one, especially if you live in a really sunny country. Amazing. I do not. So on the dashboard, put it on your computer at work, put it on your desk, put it on your phone as a screensaver, whatever it might be. Just get it out, get it around you. Put it on your fridge. That's always a really good one, isn't it? The fridge. But get it around you, but just set one thing for the year. One affirmation, one thing, and let that be what you achieve this year. So I am living a joy-filled life. I am living my purpose. I am living my purpose. And just say it and repeat it as often as you can. If you really want to get going with your purpose for 2025, start by cutting the cords. I'll put my free cutting the cord practice down below. Get started with it. Release 2024. Release this energetic ties, everything that's been trapped around you, everything that's still there. Release it. Let it go. Make a decision to let 2024 go and allow yourself to set goals moving forward. And I also have my book, Girl Stop Making Me Feel Bad, which will help you move on your spiritual journey. And it is spiritual practices you can do every day and weekly to move you into alignment and support your spiritual path and your spiritual journey along this reason why you are here, your purpose in life, and it ultimately to lead you to a life that you really love, a life that you love. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and liking this video. My name is Joanne Moore, and I'll catch you all in the next video.